With Alana Brophy, Weather Rate certified 10 years in a row.
Hot temperatures and bad air. It's like we're being smoked low and slow.
Yeah. Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy, keeping track of all the recipe details, I guess you might say.
You guys are going to grill me. I know it. I know. I've got answers, though. We take a look at St. George down there in Washington County. Hazy sunshine, and we are seeing hazy sunshine throughout the state because of that wildfire smoke. Southwesterly winds thinning out the smoke a bit, but this is just a brief break. Comes back thicker as we head into tomorrow. We're tracking storms, isolated storms, and elevated winds, which will bring some fire danger for portions of the state. I've got your drought update and a drop in temperatures if triple digits just isn't your cup of tea. High pressure actually funneling in that wildfire smoke today really throughout the region, but with the southwesterly winds, it's thinning out. Our futurecast model captures that pretty well, and as we get into tonight with those southwesterly winds ahead of our passing cold front, we actually see lighter smoke throughout the state, but this is what's knocking. Here we are after midnight. The front comes through tomorrow morning, and behind it we get a westerly flow, so we actually see thicker smoke move in. Air quality impacts are expected for the close of our work week and into our weekend. Look at how bad that is, and that really encompasses the Wasatch Front, the West Desert, and will take over the state, and as a result, unhealthy air is expected in Salt Lake County tomorrow. Unhealthy for sensitive groups for a bulk of northern Utah, moderate air on the eastern side of the state and in Cache Valley, and moderate air expected down south. So unfortunately, not much relief. It's going to get worse when it comes to the smoke heading into tomorrow. All right, let's look at those storms. We've got a system to the northwest that's going to just clip the state. We've been watching what happens in eastern Nevada because that could hold together, move into northwest Utah, and then over the mountains near the Uinta Basin. We've seen some isolated storms. As we head into tonight, we do have the chance for good storm potential, especially near Cache Valley. We could see some of these move towards the Wasatch Front. Gusty winds would be the biggest threat here. We have dry layers at the surface, and as a result, we could get brief heavy rain, but winds will be tough. There's a look at the downtown Salt Lake City camera, our doTERRA camera, showing that haze, which is nice to see because it's going to get thicker. So a little thinner today. I want to get rid of it. I'd be nicer if we just didn't have it. 101 for that daytime high in Salt Lake today. We knew those triple digits would come back. 97 in Moab, 109 in St. George, 100 in Milford, Delta, Provo. And as we look at rain in Salt Lake City, we've not only been hot, but we've been dry. Last couple of months, not so great, only half an inch in June, July, and August, and we are about 2.5 inches below where we should be in Salt Lake. That leads you to the drought update, which 50%, half of the state in exceptional drought, compared to last week, 52% of Utah. So monsoon rains having a little bit of an effect, but not great. Unfortunately, exceptional is as high as it goes, and we are just high and dry there. Watching the forecast into tonight, a few storms out there. Tomorrow, cooler and windier conditions, a red flag warning for the Moab area, and smoke sticks around for the next 2 days for sure, will linger into Sunday. Here's a look at those numbers. Drastic temperature drop with the 80s along the Wasatch Front, 102 in Moab, 102 in St. George, so backing off of that 109, so cooler air statewide. 102 is actually the average this time of year for St. George. Moisture by midweek next week. Here's the Wasatch Front. 80s for tomorrow, smoky skies, low 90s on Saturday, below average. Heat comes back to close out the weekend. We have a dry pattern with temperatures hanging in the 90s. A hot August. We knew it would be here. Glenn, Rick, over to you.
All right, looking forward to that crisp 80.